Good morning. We're at the corner of Seneca and Throckmorton Street, which is the former property of Doty High School. This entire area that we're going to walk this morning, where we are right now, we're on the parking lot, which formerly was the cafeteria and the restrooms. If you look to the west, you'll see a brick worship facility, which was the high school band room and wood shop, where Mr. Albert Melvin was the band director, and he taught shop as well as other subjects at Doty.
Because all this was grass.
Okay.
There was no concrete here before.
None.
Yeah,
None.
no.
We had a sidewalk.
And actually this street wasn't even paved like it is now, because
That's what's throwing me off.
the teachers that used to come, they used to have to park on like a little incline.
Right.
The high school was on this part of the property, and we called it the new building for the simple fact it was built, I think, in the early 50s, late 40s, early 50s. I forget when the elementary, the two-story building was constructed, but we call that the old building, and this was the new building. That's the way that we define them. And as we go back, the students here have planted a community garden. We used to have a gymnasium. That used to be the gymnasium. The gymnasium had an all concrete floor. And the schools that used to come to play basketball here, we were so cautious in regard for people playing as to how they might fall and hurt themselves due to hard concrete, but no one never had an injury. So amazing. Y'all remember the worship assembly we'd have every Wednesday? We call it chapel. We have, and various pastors from the community would come. They would rotate pastors every week to come into the church, to come into the gymnasium, and we'd have an assembly, a little worship assembly, so to speak. All of this where you see the building, this new facility that is currently here, this used to be the playground area, and we're standing right now on playground area. The swings, the slides, the little whirl around, what was that little thing called?
Merry-go-round.
Yeah, the little,
The merry-go-round. We're on Finette Street right now, which was named after the principal when we were here before Mr. Reuben Johnson became principal. Doty encompassed an entire block, an entire four-corner block. Throckmorton to Finette, Finette to Howard, Howard to Seneca, and then Seneca back to Finette. All this where we are now used to be the playground. We used to practice football out here, believe it or not. Used to practice track out here, believe it or not. Band, believe it or not. With the property that you see, you could say, how in the world could
an entire school, right? An entire school. And the thing about it is that Doty was, I guess you would call it a feeder school, because people came here from Farmersville.
Yes.
Right.
Salina. Josephine.
Yeah. All of those places.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about that last night, and apparently, you know, because they came here because those were the black students in those towns.
In those schools, because those schools
they
went to the 8th grade.
Right, right.
This building, the Holy Family now, the former Doty Elementary, and the high school building, those were red brick. Red brick.
And those steps there, those were the fire escapes.
Yes.
There was not a door there.
That's right.
You're absolutely
There was a fire
right.
escape,
That's
and we
right.
were always told not to go
Out that door.
Out
on
that door.
the fire escape.
Right.
Don't play on that. Yeah, it's one on each side of the building.